welcome to the Wedding Wednesday report. I'm Christine, and these reports are brought to you by the Australian Academy of Wedding and Event Planning. You can follow us along every day on our blog, Event Experts, and of course join in on a Wednesday when we present the reports here on our YouTube channel. I just want to take a quick moment to thank everybody who has sent me feedback and messages of support since we launched. I really appreciate it. It's been lovely to receive. So today we are looking at the last in our series of wedding design and decor trends, and our focus today is on the inspirations and influences on weddings for the coming 6 to 8 months. So let's get started. Movies and television shows have a real influence on wedding design. Influencing weddings right now is the remake of the classic, The Great Gatsby, and popular television show Downton Abbey, both set in the fabulous, roaring 1920s. From The Great Gatsby, we will see a return to old Hollywood glamour, the decadent, the extravagant, and the dapper, and event designs featuring Egyptian influences, which were so popular in the 1920s. But this trend is not just about how things are going to look. What event designers are going to be striving towards is creating an atmosphere within their weddings that really reflects that feeling of extravagance and frivolity that was so popular in the 1920s. As told by Nick Carraway, the narrator of The Great Gatsby, in New York in the 1920s, the liquor was cheaper, the morals were looser, and the parties were bigger. And that is what we want to see in our weddings that have this 1920s influence. Expect to see the Gatsby touch across everything from entertainment to signature cocktails to lounging spaces. Downton Abbey, also set in the 1920s, brings us a more refined English romance feeling than that decadent Gatsby feel. This is shown in a wedding through flowery decor, lace, but all with a royal undertone. The way that we would bring this look through in a wedding is to hold it during the day, to dress the gentlemen in morning suits, have several flower girls in the bridal party, and your bride is going to be wearing a 1920s influence gown, but rather than that extravagant detail of the Gatsby era, she will have lace in the bodice, the neckline will be a little bit higher and the sleeves a touch longer, and she'll be wearing a tiara. There's still that feeling of extravagance in the Downton Abbey styled wedding, and it's definitely influenced by a love for a more formal style wedding, but definitely done with a stiff upper lip English style rather than a free-flowing 1920s New York style. Along with this trend towards more formal type weddings, as we see with the Gatsby type wedding and the Downton Abbey type wedding, is a love of all things rustic. But what's really interesting and trending is bringing those two things together in the one event space. When I was in Chicago earlier this year at the special event show, I saw this in practice. I loved seeing rustic elements decorated with strings of pearl, lace, and English roses. Amongst the vintage and bling type styling that was still popular back then, this was like a breath of fresh air. Now this look is more rustic chic than ritzy barn wedding. What you really want to be aiming towards is a black tie event within a barn or open paddock setting. So think about chandeliers hanging from the roof, a string quartet playing amongst the hay bales. Your table might be decorated simply with burlap or calico, but it will be set in a formal way, beautiful flatware, crystal glasses and silverware. So this is definitely a case of couples wanting to get a bit of the best of both worlds, but this is my type of wedding, a black tie event in that really organic and natural setting. If you're a smart planner, designer or stylist, and I know our viewers are, you will start planning for this trend now by searching out locations for your rustic chic wedding. Think barns, farms and paddocks, and head out there and find the perfect location for what your client is looking for. That brings us to the end of another Wedding Wednesday report and the end of our series of looking at wedding styling and decor trends. I've loved presenting this one to you. Anything that gives me the chance to immerse myself in Pinterest is a good thing. What I want to do is encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can keep up to date with these reports. Next week we move on to a little bit more of a serious topic, and that is pricing your services, but I can guarantee we will still have lots of fun. Thanks for joining me, and bye for now. For your couples who don't have easy access to barns, paddocks and what was the other thing? From the gate. Get it together, Christine. Okay. Great Gatsby. Book, movie. I'm the book girl. I can see myself in the book. I can't really see myself in the movie. She's blonde. I have an Art Deco ring. Do you like my Art Deco ring? I definitely can't see myself in Downton Abbey. I do not have a stiff upper lip, English style. I'm more cigar smoking, New York style. Are you still filming? No. Okay.